talking about Kim Kardashian and her parenting choices, particularly regarding her daughter Northwest. So let's set the stage. Recently, there's been quite the uproar over Kim Kardashian's decision to allow her eldest daughter North to promote her beauty products.
Her new favorite thing ever is doing makeovers.
Now, we all know Kim K is a powerhouse in the beauty industry, but is it appropriate for a child to be involved in promoting her products? That's the burning question. So not too long ago, it was reported on the US Sun that North age 10 took to her and Kim's shared TikTok to give their fans a makeup review.
Skin by Kim. Honest makeup review.
The video began with North wearing a t-shirt and a hair bonnet, holding up a handful of makeup stating honest makeup review. She showcased matte lipsticks and lip liners before revealing the pamphlet that comes with the makeup. North then pulled out the brand's makeup palette and applied a healthy amount of black eyeshadow.
You guys got the makeup on? Like, this is classic Kim. So.
Later, with the video sped up, the Kardashian star was shown completing the look, adding lip liner and lipstick while also smearing her eyeshadow to give it a star-like appearance. Kim captioned the TikTok, "What my daughter does on my phone." Ha ha ha. So let's discuss Kim's parenting style. Now, Kim Kardashian is no stranger to controversy, and her parenting style has always been under the microscope. She's known for her modern, glamorous lifestyle, but when it comes to parenting, opinions are divided. Some applaud her for being a hands-on mom, while others criticize her for blurring the lines between motherhood and her career. Now remember, North is only 10 years young, and she's already considered a fashion icon and a social media sensation. But many wonder if she should be endorsing makeup products at such a young age. Many argue that children should just be allowed to be kids and not thrust into the world of adult responsibilities and expectations. Now I know everyone wants to chime in on how celebrities and their kids should behave. And there's certainly hundreds, if not thousands, of child YouTube stars, Instagram influencers, and TikTok celebs. So it's no surprise that people want to put their 2 cents into Kim's parenting. Of course, this controversy has sparked heated debates online, with people taking sides and sharing their opinions left, right, and center. Now, some defend Kim's decision, citing it as a harmless way for North to bond with her and explore her creativity. And others argue that it sets a dangerous precedent and the wrong message about beauty standards and consumerism. Parenting in the public eye is no easy feat. We all know this. Millions of followers are scrutinizing their every move. It's a constant balancing act between sharing their lives and parenting and kids' privacy. But where do we draw the line between fame and family? Here's just a few comments of concerned parents. "They're trying to make it look cute and silly like a kid would do, but she's literally just selling the product. Gross," said one person. "It's so curated too. I bet there's a whole team on this project. Gross, gross, gross." Another one stated that, you know what, they're convincing 10-year-olds to buy skincare that they don't need. And another, of course Kim is gonna make her work and promote her new makeup to the same 9 and 10-year-olds. This is just so calculated. So on top of the heat raised about North promoting her makeup line, earlier this week, Kim was also slammed for allowing North to get an intense facial with a harsh scrub brush. A TikTok post featured a slideshow showing North in the middle of an intense skincare treatment. Now, in the first photo, North showed off her pout as she stared at the camera from her reclined position. Now, she appeared to have already undergone a peel or possibly just had creams and lotions applied as she relaxed in her new braided updo that was wrapped in a towel. The second snap showed a technician actually exfoliating North's skin with a pair of brushes. Screen grabs of the TikTok posted on Reddit had fans criticizing Kardashian, saying, "I don't want to get banned, so I'm going to keep it civil. 10-year-olds do not need facials." Another said, "Why does a 10-year-old need a facial? It's like those 10-year-olds in Sephora. Like, y'all don't need any of that." So there certainly seems to be a lot of debate around, North's involvement and what she's doing to her skin at a young age. In the end, whether you agree with Kim Kardashian's parenting choices or not, one thing's for sure: it sparked a much-needed conversation about the intersection of celebrity culture and family values. This might be the reason why, back in January of 2022, according to People, Kanye stated, "My children ain't gonna be on TikTok without my permission." Back then, Kanye sat down with Hollywood Unlocked's Jason Lee in an interview and discussed his co-parenting experience with his then estranged wife, Kim Kardashian, referencing a dispute he had with Kim's security team while picking up their kids from school. Kardashian says North has been given boundaries when it comes to being on the social media platform. I just wonder what those boundaries are. As North West continues to grow up in the spotlight, one can only hope that she's given the space to form her own identity and make her own choices, free from the pressures of fame and fortune, and those who accuse her parents of fully controlling her content. Personally, I do feel that parents should set boundaries for posting, and there should be monitoring their activity and communications. My concern would be from would-be predators or bullies online. Now, I know for many parents, seeing North wearing fake eyelashes, full face of makeup, lip gloss, face gems, thick gold chains, think silver chains, and long fake nails is doing too much. Then again, she's the daughter of billionaire Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. She is not your average 10-year-old. Apparently, Kim Kardashian loses 100,000 Instagram followers post Taylor Swift's release of the Tortured Poets Department. This is her 11th album, and man, oh man, is it full of drama, okay? Everybody knows that Taylor writes about her relationships, primarily her romantic relationships, and it's been a decade since she's released anything about breakups or her personal relationships. But this time, she went after Kim in a big way. Now, they've had a long time feud, and when you look at the title of the song, Thank You, Amy, spelling the capitalization of K-I-M, that spells Kim. Okay? And then the lyrics supporting that feud are also within this album. Number one, Kardashian's follower count began dropping right after the release of the album. There are multiple clues within the lyric in the song that it is referring to 43-year-old Kim Kardashian reality star. Okay? For those who do not know Kim Kardashian, I'm sure you do. The main indication of the album's 24th track might be referencing, again, it's because of the spelling K-I-M. That's cryptic, but it's common, all right? Like we all speak English here. Although Kim nor Taylor actually discuss it or confirm that the song is about her, when we break down the lyrics, it is very similar to how Taylor has felt about the feud that they've had in the past. So the Thank You, Amy, okay, lyrics outline how Swift's life was positively impacted by how Amy treated her. She sings in the chorus, all that time you were throwing punches, I was building something. And I can't forgive the way you made me feel. Screamed, you, Amy, to the night sky as the blood was gushing. But I can't forget the way you made me heal.
All that time you were throwing punches, I was building something.
So it's almost saying like that is a big diss, okay? All the time here you're thinking that you're trying to get at me. The fact of the matter is I have come a long way, and how I felt in that time, in that moment, when at that particular time, probably Kim and Kanye were the hot couple for the longest time. Kim Kardashian has her Instagram platform. She has her, television show. Kanye is one of the biggest well-known, producers, artists, rappers that you can think of. They were considered the power couple in that era when Taylor was not as big of a star as she was today. So in that moment, and I believe Taylor has always said she's sensitive, to the way that, to comments. She is not, impenetrable. She does not have thick skin. She has actually really sensitive feelings, and you can tell that from all of the songs. So they've had a long time feud, and it began when the reality star's boyfriend at the time, again, Kanye West, climbed on stage during Swift's acceptance speech for Best Female Video at the 2009 VMAs, and he thought Beyonce deserved the accolade for Single Ladies. That was insane. It was the craziest thing that I ever witnessed. I think it was a historical Kanye moment, okay? And Taylor Swift is literally being dissed on stage, and he literally interrupted this incredible moment for her. So that never got resolved. And to put insult to injury, there was also the incident where Kim's accused of literally manipulating an audio tape to put Taylor in a negative light. In 2016, West released his song Famous, which included the lyrics, "I feel like me," and Taylor Swift might still have said, "Why? I made that be famous." Oh my goodness, for Kanye to take credit.
Me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that famous. Goddamn.
For making Taylor famous. By the way, Kanye, she is a billionaire right now, and I think you fell from billionaire status, so I don't know about that. He and Kardashian then leaked a phone call appearing to show Swift approving to have her name in the song. Something the Shake It Off singer denied. A monumental backlash ensued. At the time, Taylor had thought, my career was taken away from me. She had told that to Time magazine in an interview for the Person of the Year 2023 award. Now, did that really happen? Maybe for her, mentally and emotionally, she felt that because they were the two biggest stars at the time in a power couple, that anything that they would have to say negative would be an impact. And maybe she did feel that impact. We don't know. She stated so. I believe it was real for her. And so to put this, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's funny, it's calculating. It is smart. It is, a sign of her thinking that far into the future. When I release this album, I am going to get my sweet revenge. And did she ever in this particular song? You have a fully manufactured frame job in an illegally recorded phone call, which Kim Kardashian edited and then put out to say to everyone that I was a liar. That took me down psychologically to a place I've never been before. She actually said in the lyrics, she screamed to the sun or the moon or whatever it was. It sounded really, really low. It sounded like she was really describing how she really felt in the moment at that time. But you know what? Revenge sometimes takes time, and for Kim Kardashian, the impact is 100,000 followers off her Instagram. I'm sure that is not something that she takes lightly, particularly when, she's always been sort of hovering or had once, been in that top 3 category or top 5 category for the most number of followers. That probably did hurt her a little bit. However, recently she appeared on Jimmy Kimmel and that was not brought up. There are recent publications and headlines talking about Kim's response, which is there is none. She is disappointed, supposedly, in the song lyrics and that Taylor did create a song about her, thinking that, I'd like it to go away. Well, of course, it's a little convenient for you to want it to go away because the conflict is really about you. And the understanding is that there was no apology. And that is something that Taylor at least wants some kind of acknowledgement. I don't think she cares now. However, I'm sure that it would make anybody feel better for someone to accept and acknowledge if they really were at fault and to recognize that, hey, how can you conceivably think that bygones are bygones? You were not the one that was hurt. You were not the one that felt the way that she felt. So of course it's convenient for you to want it to disappear or go away, but for Taylor it's very real. Rumors about her plastic surgery to her secret relationship with Timothée Chalamet, Kylie Jenner keeps her fans guessing all the time. Now, one thing is clear. Several years ago, Jenner was named the youngest self-made billionaire. She did that at 21, when in fact Zuckerberg became the self-made billionaire at 23. Now, this was primarily thanks to her beauty business. Now, there are various opinions about Kylie Cosmetics, and there's no denying that it is a recognizable brand. However, even the richest reality stars and beauty moguls can struggle financially, but their struggles are different than the average person's financial struggles. We're going to take a look at whether or not she, or what the reason is behind these financial issues. According to J14, fans think that Kylie Jenner is having financial problems because she keeps announcing products regularly. Now, there was a discussion that began with a TikTok user at Michelle Talk, and the New York Post actually reported that the TikTok user said, quote unquote, "I think that these celebrities are not as wealthy as we think they are, especially Kylie Jenner. Not that Kylie Jenner is struggling or anything. I don't think she is being close to being homeless, but I think that she lives well beyond her means. And that is why she has a new business venture every 2 to 5 days." Now, if people actually believe this video and what is being said, it's true that Jenner keeps coming up with new products because she needs that. I don't know if it's true that she needs a steady stream of income. Maybe she likes that income. Maybe she just likes the products. Let's break it down. down. November 2015, Kylie Cosmetics was launched. Then in May in 2019, it was Kylie Skin. September 2019, Kylie Baby. November 2019, Kai Clothing. January 2024, Kylie Cosmetics Foundation. February 2024, Kai 004. February 2024, Kylie Skin Lip Butter. March 2024, we have a Cosmic, which is a perfume. And March 2024, she launched a vodka soda sprinter. Now, the TikTok user also said she needs money to upkeep her lifestyle because she lives way beyond her means. She's not passionate about any of this stuff. She is throwing crap at the wall and seeing what sticks. I don't know about that. I mean, this family is all about beauty. This family is all about cosmetics and fashion and trend making and trend setting. I believe that she loves makeup and that she loves her cosmetics. So I'm not really buying a TikTok user's personal opinion. My opinion is that she is trying various different ventures. Why not? I mean, what exactly is a failure for Kylie Jenner anyway? She's got millions of dollars in her brand, Kylie Cosmetics, although it fell from billionaire status to a lower status, but it's still in the hundreds of millions. So here we go. There's another speculation because the New York Post noted that Travis Scott and Jenner tried to find a buyer for their mansion in Beverly Hills. The first listing price, and they started this sale in 2022, and the price decreased from 21.9 million to 19.9 million. So that was in 2023, and then it further reduced in 2024. They decreased that price to 17.9 million. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think, there's a very few number of people that most people know that can afford a $17.9 million Beverly Hills mansion. She hasn't commented on any of these rumors that she needs money or that she's having trouble selling her house because she seems to like the finer things, or unless she admits that she's lost money or that she isn't making enough to pay for her expenses. I do not know any person in the world that could possibly spend $900 million, $300 million. I mean, maybe you do. I mean, maybe a purchase of a yacht, a purchase of, multiple jet planes or whatever it is. I'm sure that there are big things and purchases that you can make. Yes, do the Jenners have an extravagant lifestyle? Can they afford the finer things? Do they fly on private jets? They do all of those things. Not to the tune of where I believe she's launching businesses because she's in financial trouble. However, this is the speculation. Jenner told this publication, I don't really do it to make money or think that far into the future. If this is going to be super successful, I just know my talents and was passionate about makeup and lips and lipsticks. It's been a real love of mine for as long as I can remember. I never even knew that you could really turn your passion into a business, That definitely sounds like someone, like a Gen Z phrase. I will say that because it's all about, just doing things that you love and seeing what happens. Doing things that you love and not expecting to be the youngest billionaire according to Forbes. She also added, I just followed my heart and went with how I felt. Now, I just feel so blessed every day to wake up, have fun doing what I love, and make a career out of it. It is amazing. So the question today is Kylie Jenner really a billionaire? Even before fans wondered about Kylie Jenner's finances in 2024, the reality star's financial picture was a bit confusing. So in 2019, Forbes reported that Kylie Jenner had reached billionaire status, and no one else had reached that milestone at a young age. But as I mentioned, Mark Zuckerberg became a billionaire at the age of 23. Now, Forbes noted that Jenner made so much money because of the business Kylie Cosmetics, but the publication also reported that Kylie Cosmetics was actually valued at $900 million at a minimum, and that the company made $360 million in 2018. Now, in 2020, they also published an article saying that Jenner wasn't actually really a billionaire. While Coty bought 51% of Kylie Cosmetics for $600 million, and the deal is said to have been worth $1.2 billion, people realized that the company didn't make as much money as she and other Kardashian Jenners claimed. So, according to Forbes, Kylie and Kris Jenner, they didn't really tell the truth about how much money the business made. From 2016 to 2018, the sales decreased by 62%. And here's what in 2019, Jenner said in an interview with the New York Times. I can't say I've done it myself. If they're just talking finances, technically yes, I don't have any inherited money, but I have a lot of help and a huge platform. This TikToker seems to think that Kylie Jenner has financial challenges. I would love to have the kind of financial challenges that Kylie Jenner has. What about you guys? Do you think that Kylie Jenner is actually suffering in her bank account and that she's launching businesses to keep up with her lifestyle? I think that's a real stretch. And there are, haters are gonna hate, TikTokers are gonna TikTok. Everybody's, opinion is entitled. You can have your thoughts and opinions. Personally, I think that, and I know Kylie Jenner, she said it, she loves makeup. Who doesn't love makeup? These women have built a platform. I think that the real merit here is that she's built a community and she's got raving fans and a lot of young women and women in general, and probably guys that are following her page and guys who are buying, cosmetics or makeup for their significant others or whatnot. So 2 years later, according to the Daily Mail, she told Andy Cohen in a 2021 reunion episode for Keeping Up with the Kardashians that she was happy about her financial situation. I don't know why she wouldn't be happy about her financial situation. I don't wake up and look at myself in the mirror like, good morning, self-made billionaire. But yeah, it's amazing. I think that would be amazing too. And if I were looking in the mirror as Kylie Jenner with the makeup and all of the things that are going on, I'd probably give myself a pat on the back. These are secrets that Kardashians tried to cover up. Now, we know they're one of the most talked about, widely recognized families. When I go through this list, I'm just commenting. I didn't make the news. I'm commenting on the news. So would love to hear if you've heard these rumors or truths.
What are 3 words that best describe you?
I would say sweet. And smart.
All right, so the very first one, I'm not sure about this one because it says Kim Kardashian was investigated by the FBI after getting $250,000 in a trash bag. Now, the reason for this is that she actually played high-stakes baccarat, okay? According to a March 2023 Bloomberg Businessweek report, Kim K was questioned by the feds as part of an investigation into a Malaysian man named Joe Low from Malaysia, okay? Now, the man was involved in a massive embezzlement scandal. So in 2019, Kim told the FBI that she played baccarat in a Las Vegas casino with Lowe and some other very secretive, scandalous people. I do not know who was at that table, but I wish I did. Now, Kim won big time, supposedly $250,000 worth. She went to cash out and the casino handed her $250,000 in a trash bag full of $100 bills. According to the FBI, Kim put the trash bag full of cash in her carry-on. I wonder how that happens because when I'm traveling from Canada to the United States, they actually say, are you carrying over $10,000 worth of cash? And my answer is always no. But yet, how is it that Kim K can bring a trash bag, $250,000 to an airport and it wasn't even a private plane? So I'm not sure if this scandal is real or what. And I actually don't see Kim carrying like a trash bag. That just seems icky and gaudy to me. I mean, unless it was from Balenciaga, I don't know. I can't imagine her carrying $250,000 worth of a trash bag, but imagine being the security person at that airport. Let's see. I'm not sure about that one, but again, I'm reporting on the news, sharing my opinion. I'm going to give that maybe a 2 out of 10 in truth. Who knows? All right, the second scandal that the Kardashians are trying to cover up is that Kris Jenner allegedly mistreated staff on her now canceled talk show. Wow. Okay, in 2013, we're going a little bit back here, the Kardashian mama herself ended up getting her own show, and it was called The Kris Show, which aired on Fox. Now, why doesn't anybody know about this? Why don't you remember it? Well, because it didn't last very long. It lasted just about 6 weeks. That must have been a very big disappointment to Momager, but it wasn't that the show didn't last 6 weeks. That was more of the rumor. It essentially was the way she treated the staff and the people on production. So a big shot at Fox employee would comment on the canceling of the show, claiming that Jenner's performance was pretty uninteresting, but more importantly, she was actually supposedly a nightmare to work with. Now, on recent episodes and anywhere that I've ever seen Kris Jenner, Miss Kris Jenner, Lady Kris Jenner, I love the momager Kris Jenner. I've never seen her treat staff inappropriately, but of course she's on national television. But here's the rumor or the truth. She would show up on set hungover and demand her beauty team fix her up and make her look stunning. Imagine, well, first of all, if anybody's gonna do it, a full glam makeup team is going to make anybody that looks like they're dying, like they're about to go on a runway. So I don't blame her for that, but maybe she could lose the attitude if it was there. Jenner tried to keep things quiet, but the rumors got so loud. Eventually, she had to tweet a response in the manner claiming that the rumors flying around are false. So I don't know how those rumors came about. Clearly, it was enough. It would make me want to hide that or cover it up. Nobody wants to seem like a bitch boss on any situation, but that's what they're saying. So if you've ever worked for Kris and she was that way, put a link in the comment or sing her your praises. All right, number 3, Kendall Jenner allegedly hooked up with Justin Bieber, who then later married her best friend. It's no secret that Kendall and Justin have been known to be a little bit more than friends. In fact, he did indicate that between 2014 and 2015, Justin Bieber said he may have had a fling, and he said that, they dated and it wasn't serious, aka hooking up. Anybody who says, it wasn't serious means, or you can imply that there was maybe something physical, but not enough emotional connection. Anyway, what's really interesting is that during a YouTube video together, Kendall and Hailey had a mini laugh attack when someone had asked them both whether or not they had kissed the same person. Let's see, who could that be? Number 4, Kris Jenner allegedly paid off an ex-boyfriend who claimed that she also cheated on Caitlyn Jenner. All right, we're also going back a little ways here, but in her 2013 memoir, Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian, Kris did admit that she was having an affair while she was married to her first husband, Robert. Now, it's been suggested that Kris didn't share the full story of her infidelity, but research will show and share with you that later it was found out that the man she was having an affair with was Todd Waterman, and he has been very vocal about all the sex they were having. In fact, she's vocal about all the sex they were having and all the places they were having it. I mean, these guys were like at their prime. And they're not, the fact that they were talking about it so openly and so vividly and so passionately and literally sort of justifying they couldn't get their hands off each other. That's their business. I'm not judging. Apparently, a way to have Todd zip his mouth and not share further about the ongoing affair while after being divorced from Robert and then getting involved with Caitlyn Jenner, she had paid him off. So supposedly he appeared on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians as a way to legally prevent him from talking about the affair. Now, this is 2013. Reportedly, Waterman was paid somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000 for a very brief appearance on the show. I don't know if that was cover-up money for him to hush and sign legal paper that he can't disclose anything while he was on the show. I don't think there were enough zeros in that number. Okay, it needed to be 6 figures, not 5. So Kris, good on you for saving some money. All right. And Waterman, you could have probably got a better lawyer to check that out. Number 5, the Kardashians have been accused of using sweatshops to create their products. Now this was in 2011. The Kardashians got involved in a sweatshop investigation. Now some Kardashian branded and endorsed products were apparently accused of being made in foreign factories with horrendous work conditions. Now this is 2011. Fast forward to 2024. I hardly think anybody's accusing them of that present day. But again, I'm reporting on scandals that they were trying to cover up or forget about, and these go back a little ways, okay? Not the messenger, I am just the person reporting. All right, so the brands under scrutiny included the K-Dash by Kardashian label, the Kris Jenner collection, and Shoe Dazzle, which Kim also endorsed. Now, the family rep at the time did say, the Kardashians take the situation very seriously and have been assured by all the manufacturers that the factories are policed regularly. It has been a known fact, at least from what all the tabloids and all the headlines have been saying, is that Kim is not a fan of Bianca. However, I know that Kim's primary goal when it comes to parenting or co-parenting with Kanye is to have the best and most amicable co-parenting relationship. And what better way to do that than having to, participate in events that are milestone for their kid's dad. So they were both at the Vultures concert. You're seeing them side by side. They could have chosen not to sit together. So being side by side, I think, is an indication that they are doing their best to make things work. Now, a lot of photos and tabloids and headlines are saying that, it looked like a forced sitting together because it wasn't like they were besties, yapping it up and sharing stories and laughing. It almost felt awkward to me. Like the dreaded thing when your ex-partner is now dating someone that you don't really like, but you have to tolerate it because, it's the right thing to do. I know that, at least from what you can see, there wasn't a fight, there wasn't a brawl. I've seen and we've heard people, cat fighting with their exes, and especially in front of kids. That's not the best thing to do, right? And I believe that Kim is far more diplomatic than that. I was curious to know what they were both wearing, and Kim chose to wear a black outfit while Bianca wore a pink tank top and white pants. So she wasn't wearing one of her, barely there outfits. In fact, it's something that Kim had requested of Kanye to say, hey, around my children, I do not want her to be wearing some of the, questionable outfit choices around our children. So at least she was clothed, at least covering up most of her parts, and it didn't have to be an awkward moment from that situation. It was actually Kanye's concert, so who knows? She could have shown up in, completely covered, wearing a full mask, a full head covering, or barely nothing, but they both looked decent, right? I mean, after all, Kim Kardashian looked as if her attention was really on her children. She was watching Saint, and Bianca was there with North. They were both there, obviously, with Kanye's kids and supporting Kanye. It's not like Kim and Kanye have the best relationship now that he's married, and he's married to someone who historically, at least from what has been shared and what Kim has expressed, that she doesn't really like Bianca. But by this, photo or capture of the two together, it's just an indication to me that they're at a point now where Kim understands, he's married. So whatever I've got to do to show my support, not just to Kanye, my ex-husband, but my kids, they share 4 children together. So no matter what, they're going to have a long, relationship, a forever relationship as it pertains to the kids. But when you have to raise children until they're at the stage and age where they're independent and on their own, you're going to have to co-parent, and that is in their agreement. As far as news reports and what is up to date, they have joint custody.
You feel you have a voice as you're co-parenting now?
I do have a voice, but I had to fight for it.
Now, this situation makes people a little, curious as to whether or not this is the beginning of maybe a potential bestie relationship. In our episode where we decoded Kanye's personality according to his birthday, we also got some insight into the personalities of Kim and Bianca. Bianca is her personality and the date that she was born indicates that she is a smart, organized, a very, very astute, very capable woman that really is more of a grandmaster. She is not somebody that you can push over, okay? She wears those outfits because she chooses to wear those outfits. Kanye is not making her do anything. In fact, it's Bianca that actually controls Kanye's schedule and many other things, travel, all the rest of it. We did that episode and shared what is a day in the life of Bianca Censori. It is really about management. And now that that's no longer Kim's responsibility, Kim's primary focus, aside from her billionaire businesses, the businesses that lead her to being in a billionaire status, one of the richest women in the world, self-made, by the way. When you see Bianca and Kim together side by side at the Vultures concert supporting Kanye, it is the sign or start that, hey, there could be a further relationship here. Maybe we'll see more of them together. Were they friendly? Were they talking? And did you see a lot of laughter? No. But were they amicable? Did they exchange a few words from what we can tell from clips and photos? Yes. But who's gonna sit beside, the person that's taking care of your children 50% of the time? Well, we know that Kim has the kids more than Kanye. And when the kids are with Kanye, guess who's with them? Bianca's with them. It's not like she goes away. If I were Kim, I would be very interested in developing a relationship with Bianca. It would be in her best interest. It would be in both of their interests to be on each other's good side. There's enough drama going on in the world that, they can try to forget the public's view, even within their own family circle, their family unit. If Bianca is going to be playing a role, and she is a big part now of Kanye's life. Kanye married her. They are married. They're husband and wife. Kim is now the ex-wife to Kanye. And so you want to have things smoothed out. I'm actually surprised that within the concert, maybe it was too loud and the focus, again, for Kim was not developing this relationship with Bianca. But it would have been a great opportunity for there to be some, camaraderie there, a little more, girl time, if you will, a little more conversation about that. But again, a concert may not be the place to have that kind of discussion. I'd be curious to see how their relationship unfolds. And, rumors has it, because everybody's got their own opinion about what is going on between Bianca and Kim. And are they one-upping each other? I mean, what are Kim's real feelings about Bianca? First of all, when Bianca came out, she looked very different. It was almost as if, Kanye was looking for the almost exact duplicate or very similar look to Kim Kardashian. Because Bianca's changed her hair so much and her style, you really can't compare the two. They are very distinct now in terms of their fashion choices. However, as far as two females being married to someone like Kanye and having the capacity and ability to, I'm not saying withstand, Kanye, we decoded his birthday. He's not your average dude, okay? And being in the limelight in both cases is not for an average person. So kudos to Bianca for being able to roll with the punches. Kylie Jenner previously lied about lip fillers. Okay, this is something that maybe a lot of women do. I don't know that many women that have to, first of all, share if they have any cosmetic work done. Sometimes it's completely obvious. Other times, you keep them guessing.
Tell us her secret. How does she get these beautiful lips?
I have temporary lip fillers. It's just an insecurity of mine, and it's what I wanted to do.
It's not a problem. I think that as a celebrity, I think the scrutiny there, and there's a little bit of an unfairness because, what Kylie does, what Chris does, what anybody does, where they want to promote it's natural, but she denied forever and ever and ever that she was having lip fillers. And then years later, she actually talked about having, them removed. So eventually she did admit to having had lip fillers, particularly after launching Kylie Cosmetics. I think it was important for her to be authentic. And by the way, you're LA, you're Calabasas. Like, who doesn't do lip fillers? Who doesn't have augmentation or tummy tuck or facelift or Morpheus or whatever the celebrities are doing these days, right? That is something that they also tried to cover up, but I think that we're beyond that now. Chris Humphries claimed Keeping Up with the Kardashians is staged and included that episode where Kim Kardashian's famous missing earring scene. All right, we know that Chris Humphries, especially for the fact that their marriage lasted 72 days. And apparently at the time, the rumors were all about Chris not being with the program, okay? He did not like the show. He was not a fan of the show. He's been extremely vocal since then that it's all fake. He's not about it. He wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid. And that could have likely contributed to their divorce. Who knows? She said she made a mistake. Clearly, if she thought she was marrying a guy that was on the same page and that would do as they say and follow along, maybe that was the mistake. But it's clear that there was a lot of resentment there. He asked for an annulment and he's been very vocal about being it all fake. He didn't want to be part of that program. Whatever it is, that is what they were trying to cover up. And reality TV, we know sometimes, I mean, I've been on television. I've done a reality show. In my experience, things weren't staged. However, the story was guided. It was directed, you know. After all, it's television. How can reality stars try to make things a little more salacious, a little more interesting? You know, maybe somebody loses an earring in the ocean and then a sister finds it miraculously in like thousands of feet of water and it just pops up. And oh my God, that earring that was lost in the vast ocean was found. That's kind of, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It either happened or it didn't happen, or the Kardashians have like a 4-leaf clover stuck everywhere and leprechauns in their backyard. That's my take. Okay. Kim Kardashian was accused of wage theft in her home. Okay, this is probably not something that you would want to be revealed. But in May 2021, Kim Kardashian faced a lawsuit from 7 workers who accused her of wage theft and retaliation. Now, these workers claimed they weren't properly compensated for their hours. They didn't receive overtime pay. They were denied required breaks, and they didn't receive any pay-related documents while working in her Santa Monica home. Now, Kim tried to shift the blame and state that she wasn't aware of any of these discrepancies. None of these disgruntled employees came to her. She tried to state that the responsibility lied with a third-party company that she hired to manage the workers. I just pay the agency. I don't have anything to do with whether they get paid or not, or overtime or any of those things. I'm not sure if that's the take that the workers want to believe, but her spokesperson did say these workers were hired and paid through a third-party vendor. Kim is not party to the agreement made between the vendor and their workers. Therefore, she is not responsible for how the vendor manages their business. What do you guys think? I mean, she's all about equal pay and work hard and all of that stuff. So maybe there's some truth to that. Perhaps she did not make it clear that they needed to work forever and not take breaks, and you know that it was part of the job requirement. Who knows? Maybe they didn't read the fine print. Amber Rose called Kim Kardashian a homewrecker who pursued Kanye West while they were both dating other people. Okay, so before Kim and Kanye got together in 2012, they were both in serious relationships with other people. Kanye was dating model Amber Rose until 2010, while Kim at the time was dating NFL star Reggie Bush. Amber Rose claimed that Kim had been secretly in connection with Kanye, and while she was still with Reggie, but she was sending Kanye inappropriate photos, or maybe suggestive photos, or maybe her Instagram feed. I don't know. But in 2012, Rose was quoted saying, "Kim is the homewrecker. I'm not the homewrecker. I don't date men in relationships." In fact, anytime I've ever heard Amber Rose, she is quite adamant about not being a homewrecker, and she is all about her man, all about that relationship. So this is the take on her accusation about Kim being a homewrecker. Quote unquote, "I feel like Kim and her family manipulate the media and want people to believe what they want them to believe," Rose said. "I just had to put the truth out there and get it off my chest." Well, you have the type of chest to get it off, Amber, and we love it. Okay. The time Khloe Kardashian had private investigators uncover Lamar Odom's cheating, but hid it from the show.
Lamar was so great at making me feel like I was the only one and I'm this princess. I never speculated cheating.
Well, whatever that time was, I would have to say this is probably a sad reality or secret I'd want to hide. You are on public television. I guess it's anything goes. But would I want to be publicly shamed and embarrassed in front of the whole world, discovering that my partner cheated? And how's my partner going to feel if I out him on national television? Like, there are certain things that I think you have to think, is it great? I think one would think, any human being would think, does ratings really matter at this point? Is there not any consideration for privacy? I mean, what am I talking about? It's the Kardashians. But still, these are questions that I would ask, right? Odom admitted to infidelity early in his marriage to Khloe. Allegedly, Khloe knew about the infidelity a year before it became public, and she had even hired a private investigator to track her husband. Despite presenting this happy face on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, as well as their own show, Khloe and Lamar, Khloe was secretly mistrustful of Odom. I mean, what are you going to do? This is not something, I don't think Khloe or any woman on the planet expects their partner to cheat. We have a lot of people in high profile celebrity relationships where they have a man that can't keep it in his pants, got wandering eyes. It's embarrassing. This is not something that you want other people to know. At the end of the day, they're real human beings. So a source claimed that Khloe had gotten access to copies of text messages between Lamar and other women. She's a very smart woman, and she knew she had to get the proof because of the infidelity clause in their prenup. You girl. Anytime these Kardashians, they actually have an infidelity clause in their prenup. I mean, it's almost as if, is that manifestation? Are they like expecting their partners to like cheat?